If you're tired of an ugly foot point, try this basic pretty feet stretch every day. Begin by sitting on your heels with the heels and toes together. We're going to be working on moving the area and stretching the area around the ankle joint. So the heels are together. Pick one knee up and slide the foot a little forward. You're going to be very carefully sitting your hip down, sit bone onto the heel, and stretching by putting weight through the front of the ankle. At the same time, I'm pushing my toes forward like I'm trying to flex my foot just a little bit so that I activate the muscles through the front of my foot as I'm leaning into the ankle stretch. The higher the knee goes, the more intense this becomes. Now, higher isn't necessarily the goal, so be sure that you hold this stretch in a place that's relatively comfortable. And keep in mind the two sides are going to feel very different. I usually hold about 30 seconds aside for several rounds, alternating between both sides so that my feet get a little bit of a stretch. For a bonus advanced version, tuck the knees to the chest, place the hands on the floor, and lift your hips up. This will put more weight on both feet, keeping the heels together. All right, tip talk time. So, things that you do and do not want to do to get the best and safest stretch out of this. It's really common when we sit back on the heels that they separate. That's a big no-no in this stretch. It's going to stretch into the smaller muscles and stretch your foot unevenly. So you're going to make sure that as you do this, you keep the heels together and your feet parallel. Okay. Also, when you slide the foot forward, know that the flexibility is probably going to try to push your heel out. Be sure that that heel stays nice and centered. The other most common mistake I see done here is that people lift up onto the toe knuckles rather than keeping the top of the foot down. So make sure that the stretch goes into the front of the ankle by keeping weight more forward on the foot and a smaller range of motion. If you enjoyed this Mobilibite, please like, subscribe, and share. New videos are added every week.